1 second. Let me share my screen. Okay. So today I'm going to explain about APP. So please confirm me whether my screen is appearing or not.
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
It's visible.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So APP is nothing but automatic payment program. So we all know this one. So in which case we are using this automatic payment program in the sense when we have a huge number of
Notepad.
invoices. Hello. Yeah.
Notepad కొంచెం maximum చేయండి.
Can you increase the font size, ma'am?
Okay. Sure.
సో maximize చేయండి. అది పక్కన పైన బటన్ ఉంది కదా, అది కాదు, రైట్ సైడ్ మీకు. యా.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Automatic payment program. So first of all,
Font
in
size
SAP,
also increase, ma'am.
Where is this font size? I didn't find the option. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now also the same size.
Yeah, it's fine, ma'am.
Okay. Automatic payment program. So when we use this automatic program, before going to that, actually APP, this automatic program in SAP, it is called as beauty of SAP. Why? Because if you have let's say like 100 number of invoices, if we clear through manually like from F-28 or from F-28, it will take around some to clear 100 invoices take 1 hour. So, but when we select the method of APP, automatic payment program, then the 100 number of invoices relating to different customers and different vendors, it will be cleared within 10 minutes or 5 minutes. So by running that F1110. So that is the beauty of SAP. APP will call as it is a beauty of SAP. And next one, so before prerequisites. So I'm going to list out some prerequisites. So before we are going to run the APP program, so we need to have some idea. So what are the prerequisites we need to maintain in our system? Then we go for APP. So first prerequisite is, first of all, we should have proper vendor details. Second one is, this vendor details is nothing but vendor master data. We need to maintain vendor master data. And second thing is we need to maintain proper bank details, like bank GLs we need to create. And third one is we need to assign a payment method. After creating the vendor master data, we need to assign the payment method to that vendor. and also some are there. I will show you practically. So there are some prerequisites that we need to check before going to run APP. So how this APP works means it will select due or overdue invoices. Once we execute this, it will take only due or overdue invoices. It will not pick undue invoices. So it will pick due or overdue invoices as in the date when we are running the APP. So it will pick due or overdue invoices only. Second thing, yeah, it will apply to both national vendors and also international vendors. It is nothing but, so it will clear the invoices in both domestic currency and foreign currency. So it will pick only due or overdue invoices and it will not pick undue invoices. It will not pick undue invoices. This is the one, and national vendors or international vendors it will pick, and also it will clear queues volume of invoices at a time. These are the benefits or advantages if we run this APP. We will clear all the invoices at one shot. So let me go into this. One second. Okay, and so there are two steps. First one is we need to configure in FP-ZP. We need to configure in FP-ZP with 6 codes. Number one, all company codes, and second one is paying company code, and third one is payment method in country. Fourth is payment method in company code. Fifth one is bank determination. One is house banks. So we need to configure all these steps. Then only we can execute F110 to clear all the vendor invoices or customer invoices. So we need to configure these all 6 steps. Next step is F110. We need to execute this. To clear, we need to execute this to clear invoices relating to vendor or customer. So this is we need to do configuration here. Here we need to do configuration for these 6 steps, and here we need to execute to clear all invoices relating to vendor or customer. Here there are only 2 steps. One is proposal run and the second one is payment run. So we have only 2 runs. One is proposal run and the second one is a payment run. So let me tell about the proposal run. What is mean by proposal run? Actually, what is mean by proposal run? So whenever we are going to do or clear the invoices, first we need to give some inputs. Inputs is nothing but parameters. So we need to give the parameters like which company, for which company code. If we have multiple company codes and multiple invoices to different vendors and to different customers, so we need to select for which company code we are going to clear the invoices and to which vendor or to which customer and up to due date. I mean, which due date invoices the system needs to pick. So due date we need to mention, and also the payment method. So these, like this, some parameters we need to give in proposal run. After giving the parameters like, so this is the company code. Let's say if we take the country Peru, Peru is the company code. So for that company code, we have 100 number of invoices relates to 5 vendors. So we are going to clear all the invoices at a time by running this APP program with by executing F110. At the time we need to input all these parameters. So according to our in accordance with our invoices which we need to clear. Second step is nothing but payment run. Here payment run is nothing but here the main intention is payment will happen from our bank accounts in case of vendors. In case of vendors, we will pay to the vendors. So at that time, if we run the payment run, then payment will happen from our bank account and it will to the vendor's bank account. In case of customer, that is a reverse. So we need to execute two runs. One is a proposal run and the second one is a payment run. So I'll show you practically how it works. CEO, sorry, this is the one. Okay, so first I'll show you the configurations. I already made the configurations. I'll just show you the configurations. So sorry. First one, all company codes. Second one is paying company code. Third one is payment method in country. Fourth one is payment methods in company code. Fifth one is bank determination. And sixth one is house banks. So let's see all company codes. So my company code is Lion. So let me open this. So company code is Lion. Sending company code we need to provide here. When we need to give sending company code means on behalf of paying company code, if sending company pays to the vendors, at that time we'll select the sending company code. Here we are not going for that option. Here paying company code only paying to the vendors. So that's why I'm providing here. And this option is separate payment per business area. So business area wise also we can pay. And payment method supplementary. Like if we have, we know that we have different payment methods like check, RTGS, and NEFT in India. So like that, with the help of us with the payment methods also we can pay to the vendors. So at that time we need to select this option, check this option, and here cash discount and tolerances. So tolerance days for payables, if we give here 3 days, if the net due date is today, and it will add 3 grace days to that. And outgoing payment with the cash discount from. So we are paying the amount to the vendor with maximum cash discount 5%. That means we are receiving 5% max to max 5% discount from the vendor. Special GL transactions to be paid. So this APP we can apply to down payments also. So that's why I have selected down payment on current assets and down payment request. So that's why here I have selected AF. The same applies with the customer also. So one thing I need to highlight here. So this APP will be applied to down payments and also partial payments we can do with this APP, and also we can clear the debit notes and credit notes also. Down payments, partial payments, debit notes, and credit notes also with this. This is the first step. So company code, paying company code, and outgoing payment with cash discount maximum and special GL transactions to be paid. So we need to select A and F. So A is nothing but down payment on current assets. F is down payment request. So we need to select this. And second step, paying company code. So paying company code, if you see here, paying company code. So this is the paying company code. Minimum amount for incoming payment. So whenever we are receiving the payment, here it relates to the customer invoices. So the minimum amount that, by through APP it will accept 100 rupees, and minimum amount for outgoing payment. Whenever we are paying to the vendor invoices, we are supposed to pay 100 rupees, and below to the 100 it will not. We need to clear through manually. And here no exchange rate differences. If we want to calculate the exchange rate differences also, then we need to click on this. And also the part of payments, and here forms are there. So we have form for the payment advice. Payment advice is nothing but after we made a payment to the vendor, we send one notice to the vendor, like for this so and so invoices we have paid this much amount which were due on that date. So like that information we are giving to the vendor. So that is nothing but payment advice. Whenever we need to create the payment advice, being a FICO consultant, we need to do this payment advice SAP script form or PDF form by sitting along with ABAP. So whenever we are going to whenever we are approaching the ABAP, we need to approach through FS, functional specification. So actually it will be like a customized one. It depends on client requirement, but here we are taking the standard one. So F110_D_AVIS and EDI. So EDI accompanying sheet form also F110EDI_01. So I'll show how it will be. We'll need to go to utilities, printing test. So output device is LP01. Let me show you. So we need to select a print now under school control, and now print preview. See here, the payment advice will look like this. Sample printout, document, date, and accounting clerk, something information is there. If we see here, we are giving the information to the vendor, like we have paid this much amount towards these invoices. Like this information we are providing. So we have cleared the items listed below with the document number. We have debited your account with the items listed below with a debit memo number. We have settled, it relates to the debit notes. So we have settled the following items with the check number subject to the goods and services supplied and the invoices therefore being in order. So whatever we have received from the vendor, like the goods and services, for that we are paying the amount to them through check. So those details we are giving to them through payment advice. This payment advice will not be same for all the clients. So it will be different from client to client. So it purely depends on the client requirement. So by gathering the information from the client, we need to sit along with ABAP, like it is nothing but we need to write FS, functional specification to ABAP by taking the client requirement. So in accordance with the FS, I mean functional specification, ABAP will prepare the payment advice SAP script form. Then we will test once he prepares that, then we perform a testing, like a unit testing and user acceptance testing, and it will move to the pre-production and also it will go to the production. This is the one, and we need to click on send our details here. Here send our details is nothing but our company is paying to the vendors. So that's why here is send our details, ADRS. So whatever here I am telling, ADRS underscore header, footer, signature, sender, these all are relating to technical language. So it is nothing but these are we called as text ID, but the ABAP consultant will called as ADRS. So the field letter header is there. ABAP will call it as ADRS underscore header. So this is our language and this is ABAP language. So this is the difference here. So in the second step, we are doing this and we are going to the third step, payment method in country. This is very important step, payment method in country. So we have different countries and also different payment methods. So there are different payment methods in different countries. Let's take our country, India. So we have different payment methods like bank transfer, check, IMPS, RTGS, NEFT, like that. So we'll take this check payment. So I have selected this payment method check. So here payment method for outgoing payments or incoming payments. Here I am doing for vendors only. That means I am paying to the vendor. So that's why I selected outgoing payments. In case of customer payment, it will be incoming payment. And here payment method classification, it is check. We need to select the payment method, whether it is bank transfer. Bank transfer is nothing but electronic fund transfer, EFTs like RTGS, IMPS, NEFT, like that. And check bill of exchange. And here post office current account method, we are not supposed to select this. Allowed for personal payments. Personal is nothing but a salary or audit fees, something like that. So those also we can pay through this APP. So for that we have selected here. Required master data specifications. Street, PO box, postcode, bank details are there. If we select these two here, we need to maintain the same in the vendor master data also. So that's why I didn't select here. And this is very important step here, posting details, document type for a payment. So why this is very important step means, so whenever we have make the payment through manually, whenever we have paid through manual to vendors, then the document type will be kHADAR'S. But here we are paying through APP. It is nothing but automatic payment program. Automatically it is we are paying to the vendor, not through manually. So that's why to differentiate. So the invoices which were cleared manually, invoices which were cleared automatically. So to differentiate that, we are maintaining two document types. So for manual, by default, it will be like kHADAR'S. If you want to customize, we can customize. And here through automatically cleared invoices, this is DZ. ZP, sorry. ZP. We can also customize with anything. So ZP here. And clearing document type is ZB. So whatever the document, invoices are cleared through automatic payment program, for that we'll be able to see ZP and ZB. So we can be able to see. I'll show you after execution of F110. Okay. And next very important step is a payment medium. Payment medium. So here we have two steps of this. One is use payment medium workbench, and second step is use classic payment medium program. So payment medium workbench, it relates to DME. DME is nothing but data medium exchange. And second one is use classic payment medium program. It relates to IDOCs. So DME and IDOC are the files. So DME and IDOC are the files that will be in one format that will reach to the, after we make the payment through APP, through those files, the payment will reach to the bank. So from the bank, it will reach to the vendor bank account. So that's why we'll use this IDOC. IDOC is nothing but intermediary document. So this is the one. So we need to very careful about the payment method, check payment here, and for payment method for outgoing or incoming. and also here this personal payments, and very important this one, posting details. So document type ZP and ZB, and here there are two methods are there. We can opt this method or this method. So this method is relating to DME, data medium exchange, and this method is relating to IDOC, intermediary documents. So whenever we here RFFOUS_C is the standard one, but in real time it will be different. So as per the client requirement, we need to customize. So these are the intermediary documents or the files which we need to send to the bank. Then the bank will make the payment to the vendors. So this is the one. Now I'm going to the currencies allowed. See here in this list, if we leave this one as blank, then the documents is nothing but the invoices which are in all the currencies like USD, PEN, and INR, and UIU, and Brazil one, BRL, like in different currencies, it will clear if we leave blank here. If we specifically mention INR or USD or BRL, then it will clear only whatever we mentioned here, those invoices only, the invoices with those currencies only. And here permitted destination countries, this is also same like currencies only, but here countries. If we select here particularly India and US, so the invoices which relates to India and United States only it will clear, I mean through this program, APP program. So rest of the countries, the invoices which are happened in the rest of the countries, it will not clear through APP. If we leave blank, it will consider all the ones. So I think it is not required right now. Note to pay by origin. So this third step is also cleared. And now we are going for the fourth step, payment methods in company code. It is very important. Now we did payment method in country. So as per the country, now we are doing payment method as per company code. So our company code is this one. Let me go into this. So this is the check payment. So Lion Honey Private Limited, this is the company code. The payment method is 3. We already defined. So here, why I am defining the amount here means through check, minimum 100 rupees will go. If I need to make the check payment to any vendor invoice, it will be like the vendor invoice must have the value of 100 rupees. Below to the 100 rupees, it will not happen through APP. Through APP program. So the maximum amount through check payment is like here I have mentioned 2 lakhs. And foreign payments are foreign currency payments. If you said this is a foreign business partner allowed and foreign currency allowed, it will also clear the foreign invoices. So that's it. Here if we go to the form data, here form for the payment medium, here we'll have SAP script form and PDF form. There are 2 forms. So we are selecting the SAP script form, and here F110 prenum underscore check. So this is the standard one. Let me show you this form. Let me go to utilities, printing text, output device is LP01. Okay, print now, print preview. Yeah. So this is the check. See here, before to that, we have seen payment advice in the second step, I guess. So payment paying company code. In the second step, we have seen payment advice. So in the fourth step, we are seeing the check format. So this is the check. Dear sir or madam, we have settled the items listed below with the enclosed check for payment subject to the goods and services supplied and the invoices therefore being in order. So with this check, we are paying this much amount which are due to your invoices. So like this, we are giving the information. This is the check information we are providing to them. So, yeah, drawer on the form. Who is the drawer on the form? We our company only. So company name. So I have mentioned here. Okay, and next one and fifth step. All company codes, paying company code, payment method in country, payment methods in company code. So here I will get little confusion. In case of paying company code, we'll select only a payment advice form. Here we select only, let me show you forms. Here we are selecting the payment advice form in the second one, and in the fourth step, payment methods in company code, here we are selecting the check. So the script is for the check. A110 prenum underscore check. This is the one. And in the third step, payment method in country, here we are taking that one as DME or IDOC. So those are the files which we are sent to the bank. Let me show you. So this is the check payment. Here we are selecting, this is the DME and this is the IDOC. So this is the IDOC one. These are the files which we are sending to the bank for the payment. Okay, 4 steps we have configured. And next one, house banks. So we need to go for house banks. So we have many banks, like personally also we have so many banks. We'll have like Andhra Bank and Citibank and Axis Bank. We have an account in Axis Bank and we also have an account in HDFC, like that. The same, the client also will have different bank accounts. So here I took only one bank, SBI account. So here this is our company code. The house bank is SBI and country, origin of the country is India, and bank is nothing but a branch. So I have given here. So if we want to provide this address and all, we need to give here. So like region, street, city, these are the things we need to provide. So bank account. Here the very important and very key step is we need to give the GL account. So why we need to provide here GL account means, if we see in FS00, it is nothing but here we are creating the GL account. If we come under current assets, we have created here SBI bank account. So this is the bank account. Through this GL, we are clearing our invoices and we are making the payments to the vendors. So that's why we need to mention this GL account here. This is very important step here. The same here also applies, like the same information, State Bank of India account ID, house bank, and the bank account number, currency, everything, and the address, the same it depends. So this is very important. So the key important step is we need to input bank GL here. That is the one. Now, so the bank account is SBI only, and if you want to, bank account SBI. If you want to give Citibank and Axis Bank, HDFC, we can list out all the banks if we have an amount in those banks. And next one is, last one, bank determination. So let's see here, if we have, let me tell you. So if we have like HDFC, we have an account, and also in Axis, and also have Citi and SBI. So these are the accounts we have. Suppose if we have a 60,000 only balance account and here 35,000. Here if we have 30,000 in this, we are supposed to pay to the vendor 75,000 rupees. First it will pick, this is the last step, bank determination. If we configure these 4 steps like HDFC, Axis Bank, Citibank and SBI, if we have only 60,000 in our HDFC, but if we are supposed to pay 75,000 rupees to our vendor, then it will take ranking order as first one as HDFC, it will clear 60,000 from HDFC, and the remaining 15,000 it will take from Axis Bank only. Why? Because we have given the ranking order. First, second, and this is the one, third one, and this is the one, fourth. So like that it will clear. So that is the bank determination. Last step after configuration of the house banks, we need to configure the bank determination. Let me go on this. So line, this is, so we need to select this one, ranking order. Here I have selected only SBI bank account, so that's why I have given ranking order 1. If you want to select another bank account also, then we need to create in FS 00. Here we need to create Citibank account also, then place like a second order, and payment method like check, we already defined payment method as 3, and INR here ranking order will be 2, and Citibank like that. So next, bank account. Here I have configured the house bank SBI. The same information here also we have seen. See here, house bank, payment method, currency, account ID, and bank sub account. I have already told this is very important. Bank sub account. It is nothing but bank GL number. So through this only we are able to clear the invoices. And next one, bank accounts enhanced. It will also be the same. Available amounts. It is nothing but in SBI how much amount it will be available for outgoing payment. So that amount we need to mention here. I have mentioned some 8 or 9 or 10 lines here. The same also. Value date is also same. Let's say if we paid the amount like if we paid 50,000 or 75,000 to the vendor from to the vendor, the bank also needs to pay to the vendor, right? So at which date it needs to be paid to the vendor, we need to configure here how many days, but it is not that much relevant here, so that's why I ignored this. Expenses and charges, it's related to bank charges and expenses. So I have, yeah, so these are the 6 steps. All company codes, paying company code, payment method in country, payment methods in company code, bank determination, and house bank. So these 2 are interlinked, and these 2 are interlinked, and these 2 are interlinked. Here in this case of paying company code, we'll customize a payment advice form. Here we customize a DME or IDOC files. Here we'll customize payment method. Here we have selected check method. So that's why we have selected, we have configured that SAP script form for check. And here house banks, we need to create some house banks like how many, like a 6 or 7, it is up to us. So bank determination is nothing but ranking order. So like this, these all are interrelated. Now next prerequisite is we need to go to FK01. First, in order to run the F110, first we should have, like the prerequisite is first we should have the vendor. So I am going to this vendor. I already defined the vendor. So, but I'll show you that. This is the vendor. We'll see. This vendor. See, vendor is number, company. I have selected. One second. I have created just now. Yes. 874. This is the vendor I have created. Ramana Enterprises. So these are the address we know. And if there are some situations like vendor become customer and customer become vendor, so at that time we'll use, these are all the bank details. I already told that in case of the payment method in country, if we select there the bank details, there we need to provide here the bank details. So that's why I have unchecked that one. And here the same details, and this is very important step. All vendor balances we can track through recon accounts. Same with customer also. So the reconciliation account is this one. And here why we are selecting the sort key as 012 means in the assignment field after posting the document. So we be able to see the vendor number in the assignment field. I'll show after clearing. And cash management group here is nothing but they are like will classify like some are major vendors, some are minor vendors like that. So this is the one. And very important step here, payment data, payment terms. So here I have selected 3001 payment method. Why I have selected this one means this is payable immediately due net. So immediate due, it will be like immediate due. So I will post one document now and I will clear it now. Tolerance group also, like so for this customer or for this vendor, how much amount is tolerance, like 20 rupees or 30 rupees, up to that we can allow. If they paid less or if we paid less. And the payment method, very important step is we need to assign payment method here, check. So check method is 3, we already defined in the payment method in country in FPZP. So these are the key steps. So I have selected this. So I have shown the vendor. First step is we should have vendor. First step is completed, and second one is a posting. Vendor invoices I am posting. Sorry, customer slash in FB 60. So now I am posting the vendor invoice. Today's date will take some 67,000 vendor invoice. And okay, payment method. We can assign payment method at invoice level or at the vendor master level. If we assign at both levels also, it will be fine. So GL account. So this is raw material account. So the accounting entry will be like a raw material account debit to vendor account. Why? Because we have purchased some material from the vendor. So that's why raw material account debit to vendor account. So amount is 67,000 and the text will be okay. So everything we have provided. So here the very important step is amount and the vendor text, and here raw material selection, and very important one is payment method. So by running APP, we are clearing this invoice through this payment method. Through check we are clearing. We are not going to clear through manually, and also we are not going to clear through EFT, electronic fund transfers. So we are clearing this particular invoice only through this payment method. So we need to be very careful about this one. So okay. So basic details I have mentioned. I'm just simulating the document for our view. So debit raw materials account to Ramana Enterprises. This is the vendor. So this is the vendor account. But we will not see the vendor account in the trail balance. So we will see only that reconciliation account. Through recon accounts only we will be able to see all vendor balances and the customer balances. So now I am posting the document. Let me post another document. Invoice payment method through check only. We are going to clear this one.
Yeah, Shobhara.
Yeah.
One thing. So you already given payment method in the vendor master, right? Again, you cannot give in the invoice. I think automatically it will take, right?
It will take automatically.
Yes.
Okay.
You need not give again in the payment method 3.
Oh, okay, sir.
But in case if she mentioned multiple payment methods in the vendor master, in that case, if we want to choose a particular payment method, that time we have to specify the payment method at the time of the invoice post.
Yeah, that's why I told already. Like, if we are, yeah, whatever ma'am said, it's absolutely correct. Then, yeah. So 2 documents I have posted. Let me go to the F1N. So this is the vendor. We'll see the open balance here. Just now I have posted with one with the 67,000 and another with 87,000. And if we see here, the status is in red. That means these are open. So these are not yet cleared, these invoices. That means we have not yet paid. Assignment, I already told, in the place of sort key, we have selected 012. That is nothing but vendor number. So in the assignment field, automatically the vendor number came here. And the document number is, so the invoice document number, after we have posted the document number, we got here. So the document date is today only I have posted, and I have selected in the payment terms as 0001, immediate due. So that's why in the net due date, we are seeing the same date here. And the document type is vendor invoice. So that's why the type is KR. So here due date, net due date here. This is the net due date symbol and the amount. Why we are seeing this minus symbol means these are open amounts. So the text is vendor invoice. After we cleared this invoice through APP, we will be able to see the clearing document number here and also the document type as ZP. I have already shown. Why? Because through automatic payment program, whatever the invoice is cleared, we will differentiate like whatever have cleared through manually and whatever have cleared through automatically. We'll go to F110 to execute that program. So F110, today's date I will select. So for identification, I'm taking this. So now I'm going to input the parameters here. Posting date is today's date. So document entered up to today's date I'm selecting. So my company code is this one and the payment method is 3. It is nothing but check payment method. Next payment date I am taking here as this one. Advantage of giving here next payment date, whatever the invoices which are due prior to this payment date, it will pick those invoices also. At that case, we will get some cash discounts. So that's why we are providing, we are inputting the next payment date here. So our vendor is vendor pre-selection. Pre-selection means it relates to a particular, if we are clearing through particular document number or particular GL accounts, at that time we will use this scenario. Now I will go to the additional log. So here we need to select due date check. Why? Because for that, here we are defining for that particular vendor, it needs to select a due date check. Already we have given in the parameters. So document enters up to 25/08/2022, it needs to select. Here the same only we are selecting. It needs to select a due date and also payment method selection in all cases. So payment method 3 here we have provided that it needs to be selected in this. So vendor is this vendor. So this vendor we need to clear. So we have given the parameters. And the next step is very important step, proposal run, and next step is a payment run, proposal run. So I'm scheduling the proposal, start immediately. Let me check this one, edit proposal. If we see here a green symbol, then we can go ahead and go ahead for the third step of payment run. So that means here it is ready, like these invoices are ready to clear through APP. So value date and the amount. This amount is the sum of the 2 invoices. And this is the vendor and this is the vendor name, Ramana Enterprises. So this is the method, payment method, very important 3. So if we are not meeting any one of the requirement here, then it will show here red status. Then again we need to delete that payment proposal and again we need to recorrect that one and again we need to run. So payment proposal has been created successfully here. And now we are going to schedule payment run here, start immediately, and so payment run is being started. So here it came as 1 generated and 1 completed. So whatever the invoices we have seen right now for 67 and 87 something. So for those, like those two invoices were cleared. That is what here it is telling. We'll see in FPL 5N right now. See, these are the open invoices, vendor invoices, 67 and 87. Let me refresh this one. We'll select in clear. See, clear items. Yeah. 67 and 87 were cleared with 601 clearing document number. So, and also we can see ZP. The document type is ZP. So the total of this is one vendor invoice and this is one vendor invoice. Just now I have posted 67 and 87. These two vendor invoices with the document number, invoice document number 215 and 216. And now I have cleared with 601, but the document type is ZP. Why? Because this is cleared through APP, like automatically it is cleared. So that's why here the document type is ZP. So the total of this amount is this one, and the document clearing document number is this one. So like this we can clear. So not only I have just shown one scenario, but we can clear many invoices which relates to many vendors and many customers to many company codes. Yeah, this is my presentation for today.
Yeah, Shogarani garu, very nice explanation actually.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Some of the people didn't give the presentation dates and all. Please, Sita Raman.